What's going on, wrestling family? Welcome back to the channel. Sorry about the lighting. I just woke up, but I really want to address this question that someone had, and I think this can definitely save the bloodline. I cannot find your comment to give you the credit, so please comment on this video so I can pin you to the top. I want to give you all the credit for this question. And this person basically asks, who would be a better fit for the bloodline out of Tamina, Nia Jax, or Ava Raine? And this person picked Tamina because Tamina's on SmackDown. She doesn't get a lot of light that she's supposed to get, in his personal opinion. And I think that that is a great reason to bring her into the bloodline. But what I'm going to do is go through each lady and then tell you exactly who I think would be a perfect fit for the bloodline. So we'll start off with the person that I think should not be anywhere near the bloodline, and that is Nia Jax. Okay, I get that she's a heel. I get that a lot of people don't like her, and that's perfect for a heel. But I feel like putting her into the bloodline, it's just something about that just doesn't make any sense. And for a person who agitate people as much as she does already, as she's supposed to be as a heel, adding her to Roman Reigns, which people are already agitated with, will sink that ship of the bloodline a lot faster than it's going right now. I think they can redeem the bloodline storyline or redeem the ship, but as of now, a lot of people believe it's stale, and I think adding Nia Jax to that wouldn't make any sense at all. So I hope they're not even thinking about doing this, because please WWE, don't do this to us, okay? And I don't think she will, because she's on Raw and the Bloodline's on SmackDown. But obviously, you know, the brand split, it all depends on the storyline. The number 2 person is the person that you picked, and that was Tamina. Even though, you know, the reasons why you picked her make all the sense in the world, I feel like that even though it would be great for her, I think the third person will fit better, because for her, I feel like she's not really enthusiastic, you know, about some of the stuff she does. I could be wrong. That could just be her face. But I don't know what angle they can go with her to add her to the bloodline outside of her being related to a Samoan family. You know, I don't know what level of interesting things they can add to the storyline of the bloodline just because she's there. It's a possibility. Who knows? Triple H can make miracles and things like that. I could be absolutely wrong. It could be my favorite part of the bloodline storyline. But looking at it the way it is now, I can't think of an interesting angle that adds Tamina to the picture. But, you know, if that's how you feel, if you feel like she's a perfect addition, hey, you know what? I have nothing against that. And the third person I think will be a perfect fit just for the sake of a story is Ava Raine. And I think she'll be perfect because a lot of people aren't familiar with her. I mean, a lot of people are not sure of how good she is in the ring in NXT. I know she was part of Schism. And then on the main roster, a lot of casuals don't really know who she is. And when they find out who she is, that she's the Rock daughter, then that itself will be good enough to what I think they should do with the storyline moving forward. Now, if they're going to book Roman Reigns versus The Rock in the future, I think that she will be great for a key storyline that you can add so many layers to, in my personal opinion. So what they can do is have her come up to the main roster, join the bloodline. We already saw Paul Heyman talking to her backstage at NXT, so that already sets this whole thing up, in my personal opinion. And to have her added to the bloodline, that would be great. People will know, oh, that's The Rock's daughter. That's all people need to know. That's casuals. That's all they need to hear. And then for her to slowly get manipulated by Roman Reigns to join the bloodline, not only just join the bloodline, but to do their bidding, to disrespect the Samoan family, to do all these different things. And that'll be a reason for The Rock to come back to save his daughter and take her away from the mental grips of Roman Reigns' manipulation in the bloodline. And the reason why this will get more interesting is because The Rock can come in and say, hey, you guys have come in, you guys have wreaked havoc, and you guys are trying to manipulate and control my daughter to do stuff that I have never taught her to be like, and people will respect that. The father-daughter dynamic and storyline is a great storyline that touches a lot of people's hearts, so people will understand a dad trying to save his daughter. I mean, a lot of people went and saw Taken. You know, like movies like that, people love that stuff. Now, here's the thing where Roman Reigns, on his angle, can make it very interesting. Roman Reigns could basically come from the angle like, hey, you're not really even a part of the Samoan family. So you can't come and try to tell the tribal chief what to do and how Samoans and family and how that's supposed to work. Your last name is not even Samoan. Your last name is Johnson. Everyone in this ring, outside of your daughter, everyone else in this ring, a part of the bloodline, has a Samoan last name. Your last name is Johnson. You don't even want to be a part of the family. Matter of fact, you're not really even a part of the family. You're extended. You were added on after the fact. We have the real Samoan blood, so we want to teach her the Samoan ways, which you negated to do so. Also, Rock, when you got your daughter into NXT, you disappeared. What have you done for her career up until this point? You had her into these crazy groups. You had her into this group called Schism, doing whatever, wearing masks and doing things. And where were you? You were nowhere to be found. You were doing XFL stuff. You were out there doing movies and things like that. You abandoned your daughter. You dropped her at the doorstep as a wrestler and walked away. And what I've chosen to do as a real Samoan is bring her up to the main roster and make her relevant. I've done more for her life in this moment than you have done her entire life. So Roman Reigns can come from the angle like, yo, you are a father who abandoned her, your daughter, and her career in something you succeeded in, and I had to come in and show her the way. So those two moral values battling against each other will be an interesting in-depth storyline that way. And when they have their match, eventually, if they do book that, Ava Raine will have to choose between the two of them. Now, the fans who like, oh, that's The Rock's daughter, they don't know much about her. They can learn about her as being, I guess, kind of a baby face, and then eventually watching her turn heel, and then they can like not like her and things like that. So her being The Rock's daughter, The Rock being there, I think that would be a great storyline. If they want to add the Samoan dynasty, the family in there, if they want to bring Rikishi back, and maybe Ava Raine can help attack him, you know, who knows? That kind of adds to her heel heat. It's so many things you can do. I think this storyline could really save the bloodline at this point, because people, people are excited to eventually see Jimmy versus Jay one-on-one, and I think they're going to go for that angle. But at this point, there's really nothing else going on that interests people. Roman comes in, he disappears. Solo is doing what he's doing. Jimmy, he's funny, but he's not really doing anything interesting outside of Solo or outside of Roman Reigns. It's like, I don't know. But I think this right here could be the third leg of their storyline. And at the end of the day, I think they can end it on this with like Solo, and people understand like, wow, you're manipulating a girl, like a woman, you're manipulating a family member and making her do stuff that, we can't respect. Then they'll eventually start to step away from the bloodline, and then Roman will have to have whoever his final match is. I don't know if it's going to be against The Rock or whoever the next person is. He will have to face that person alone without the help of the bloodline at all. And that should end his reign at that point. But anyway, what do you think? Let me know in the comment section. Please, no, his name Roman Reigns, her name's Ava Raine. That works out. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Salute, peace, have a good day.